Natalie's okay with you getting your own bookings. Natalie's okay with you doing your own stuff. Natalie is okay with you having your own identity. She wants that. She wants all y'all to be bosses, even though she's a bitch. She still wants that. Jocelyn does not want that for y'all. Jocelyn only wants y'all to make money when y'all go on tour with her. Y'all can't do your own thing. Y'all can't do your own thing. So yes, the girls do respect Jocelyn more, but at what cost? You should be respecting Natalie more because she allows you to have your own identity. Welcome back to another episode of the Petty Headquarters. I'm your host, Natalie, and this is
Jessie Strange.
And we are back at it again with another video. Clearly, I have a lot of energy today, so it's going to be a good one. Yeah, you know, this is Baddies, shut up. Now we're obviously coming back to your screens with another Baddies recap, okay?
Yes.
And don't worry, we're up to date. This is going to be on your screens when, you know, it's fresh.
Absolutely.
And it's fresh in your minds, okay?
Fresh, and it's the finale.
Yeah, right.
A fresh finale.
Right. I don't. Anyway, guys, if you are new, we are the Petty Headquarters. Welcome. We are a pop culture podcast. We cover mostly baddies on Zeus Network and some, you know, celebrity drama, pop culture topics. Yeah, there you have it. There you have it. There you have it. If you are returning, welcome back to the Petty Posse gang. Period.
That's right.
Or the Petty Crash Out community. Yeah. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited to talk about
I'm
this.
very excited.
It's going to be good.
Man, I'm very excited because I feel like, okay, so let us just get into it. Without further ado, let's get into this week's dose of mess, people. All right, so to pick it up,
where we left off last episode, they're at the beer tasting in London, which we find out, by the way, from our fellow commenters.
Oh, that's right.
Our community said that the place is ghetto.
Bro, wasn't I saying that though?
You didn't see the comment?
No, I didn't see the comment.
Oh my God, you gotta see
I didn't see the comment. But
Hold
no,
on.
what's crazy is that I literally
You called it.
I called it.
I know. It's so funny.
Let me know I did.
Now, hold on. I'm going to read you the comment.
Yeah, because I was saying that place is not cute and fancy. Why these bitches gassing it up?
I thought you saw it.
No, I didn't see it.
All right, hold on. As a Londoner, I can confirm that they was in the ghetto. Peckham currently being gentrified with this venue being part of it. Fancy New York is crazy, so Lex looks even more bummy to me now.
Yo, I did not see that comment.
Yeah.
No, because that's a fact.
Yeah.
You know probably why I didn't see it, because I'd be switching back and forth from the podcast channel and then like my Sims channel.
True, yeah.
So that's probably why I didn't see it on my end. But I'm so happy that they confirmed that, because that was the first thing I thought. I'm looking at the area. I'm like, girl, they in the hood.
Right.
What are you talking about? This place is so cute, fancy, London. No.
I'll give Lex grace because it's not only is she young, but it's her first time out the country. So we'll give it to her.
But ghetto is ghetto no matter where you go. Like I have been to London, but still, when you go to different and nice places, you know what ghetto looks like. So that is very telling that she thought it was fancy. I ain't gonna hold you. So it picks up at the beer garden. All the fucking shit is loose. Bad Dolly, and she's fighting Cold Killer?
No, this is not. So they had just finished fighting. Natalie's just complimenting Rolly's hair. Rolly and, getting distracted. And then Dolly, I guess, fighting Scotty.
She threw something at Scotty.
She grabbed the drink and then threw it at Scotty.
Yep.
Natalie gets distracted and she's like, oh my God, what's happening?
Yep.
And then out of nowhere, fucking DTB comes out and snatches Natalie's wig from behind. It was crazy. I was like, and then
me too.
Rolly was like, no.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was so shocked when I saw that. I was like, gag, like, bitch, are you dead ass? Like, she is literally infamous for just coming out of nowhere and sneaking bitches, yo.
That's actually true.
Always doing that.
That's how she got onto the show.
Bro, literally, that is how she got onto the show.
What
Sneaking
a full
Tinkerbella.
Right. What a full circle moment.
Yo,
Wow.
your head really gotta be on a swivel on this show. Even the baddie CEO, her head has to be on a swivel. Now, I will say, that shit was crazy. You know, Natalie's like trying to fight back, you know, get her one. Security's like breaking it up. And then after that, Natalie's obviously really upset because she wanted her ones with her, but it didn't happen.
Yeah. And then, go ahead.
And then, you know, she's angry that none of the girls had her back, where she at some point goes to Pretty P. She says, get her.
Yeah.
And Pretty P is just like, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to say how I feel about that. One, I think it's fucked up that none of the girls had Natalie's back. I think it's fucked up that none of the girls had Natalie's back. I don't give a fuck. Okay, in Pretty P's scenario, I will say, Natalie, you shouldn't have asked her because you know her and DTB are like this. That's like asking Ivory. Like, you know what I mean? So that I get. But where was them other bitches at? Where was the big three at? Where was Big Lex? Where was Summer? Where was Dolly? And they claimed that they were being held back by security.
They did say that.
But
I know Dolly was. I don't know about
didn't
Lex
see
and Summer.
Yeah. I didn't see Lex.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why. Maybe in a specific area, security was just keeping them there.
Right.
So they weren't in that area. But I'm not going to lie. Latina too, you came in here trying to fight for Natalie, right? Trying to secure your spot. You clearly had a storyline thing with DTB. You could have got that too. You could have did anything. You didn't have to physically fight. You could have threw something. You could have been like, fuck it, let me use some tricks up my sleeve or something. You didn't do nothing. But then again, she went through a lot. I get it.
Nah, fuck that. Tinkerbella even said it. She's like, so you're telling me you not only came through the back door. Tinkerbella didn't say that. I said that. But like, we're saying the same thing. You came in through the back door. Amber Rose got you here.
Yep.
You got the opportunity handed to you. You didn't have to work.
Yep.
You came in trying to fight DTB, fighting for Natalie.
Yep.
To not only lose, but then you had another opportunity to show yourself.
Yeah.
And you sat there and did nothing.
Yo, I'm not gonna hold you. I was like, what the fuck? That was your time. But not for nothing too.
Nepotism.
Not for nothing too. Fauna, all of them. Like Tavy, I don't give a fuck. I feel like y'all, especially, Natalie ain't treat y'all like she treated Scotty. She treated y'all good. She treated y'all good. She chose y'all. And y'all really gonna let that happen? I don't give a fuck. I'm on Natalie's side with this one.
What?
I'm on Natalie's side with this one.
That's crazy.
How? Why is it crazy?
Because how many times did Natalie not get defended like before? It just goes to show you that at the end of the day, I don't know, they don't respect Natalie. That is what it is.
That is what it is, and that is Natalie's fault. However, I'm talking about the new bitches. Like, I'm not talking about Scotty and Rolly or old OGs like Jayla or any of that. I'm talking about the new girls that Natalie never treated y'all like shit. She treated like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, Jayla, you know, I get it, but like these new bitches coming in, she chose y'all. Like, you know what I mean?
Ooh, okay.
She's giving y'all baddies change. She's paying for shit. Fuck out of here. This is why Natalie says she's tired. This is why she's telling you after ET, she was tired because she gave ET so much. And look what ET fucking did.
Yeah.
Now she's going through the same thing again because it's like, I can't imagine her trying to do her boss shit, but then still trying to keep up with the TV personality shit. It's a lot. And then she's getting y'all bookings. She's getting y'all this. Y'all not doing nothing but showing up.
Oh my God.
Y'all not doing nothing but showing up. Y'all
right
telling me nobody could have fought for Natalie, yo? Nobody? Nobody?
You held that shit in.
Not even a drink thrown. I was like, and then Tavy, what pissed me off about her is that she's going up to the car trying to say all this stuff, apologize, but you still didn't stand on nothing.
How can you expect her when DTV, they've all been hanging out?
I know, and that's why it's hard. I get it, but it could have been you same way DTB trolls and it's not personal. You could have done the same thing and be like, it's not personal, but boom. Standing on principle. Standing on principle. DTB is not the one giving you a fucking platform. She's not. DTB is actually elevating herself right now. And her doing that definitely elevated her even more. I respect that. But you're new. You're not an OG.
That's true.
And Natalie is doing all this shit. I don't care.
You eating right now, girl.
Natalie, really? And then Pretty P crying on the phone. I'm sorry, okay, I'm going to hell a little bit. Pretty P calling Natalie, crying on the phone, talking about her Rolex. You want Natalie to replace your Rolex, but you can't even fight for her? Does that make any fucking sense? I don't give a fuck.
I mean, technically, Natalie shouldn't be the one replacing the Rolex. It actually should be Zeus Network. So, yeah, I low-key feel like Pretty P has every fucking right to literally cry to Natalie Nunn because it's, I guess, the closest she can get. And call Lemmy Plumber, too, because at the end of the day, it's on his show. He's the one with the most money out of all of them. You know what I'm saying?
But it's just her going online talking shit, talking about, oh, I can afford that. That ain't nothing to me. Bitch, you worked hard to get that. And that is okay. Don't sit there and lie for fucking internet fans to make it seem like you got it like this, that, and the third when Natalie gave you a fucking platform. What are we talking about? I don't give a fuck. I thought them bitches was weird for just standing. That would have been tight if I was Natalie.
Oh,
too.
yeah. Hell yeah. I would have been so mad.
Are you dead ass?
So
And you want to come up to the car talking to me like you still not doing nothing?
Yeah.
What are you talking to me for? Talk to DTB. Don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, bro. I
That's
was
crazy.
holding that in for real.
You know what?
Mad.
You know what's crazy about that? It's like at the end of the day, DTB still wins. Not only did she get her clout from this, not only did she go out full circle, bang,
The last day, too.
auditions. That's what got her there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the last way she's leaving because she's rejecting her offer because they offered her to come back to the show.
Really?
And she said, Natalie, I know you're crashing out because they offered me to come back to the show, but I'm going to do you a favor.
Wow.
And I'm going to kindly decline. And she
Wow.
said, thank you, Lemmy, for the opportunity, but I'm going to lock in on music now.
Yeah.
This is DTB and I'm out. And I'm like, wow.
That's
Good
crazy.
for her. So you said elevating. She is elevating.
Yeah,
she
100%.
is. And she DTB wins. And I think the ego part about Natalie is actually the worst part because you're right. DTB is not the one handing you this platform to the new girls who haven't built, I guess, much for themselves.
Right.
So it's like, you know, but DTB did that for herself at the end of the day. And y'all should have thought about yourselves. I mean, you got a valid point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta now DTB win no matter what because the girls basically took DTB's side.
Right, and that's why she only invited the big three to dinner. Those are the only three that are fucking loyal to her. That's it. So now moving on, you know, Dolly is still yelling and arguing with Scotty at this point, right? Now that we're back in the scene of the beer garden. And at some point, Rolly is trying to intervene and she's like, trying to tell Scotty to just stop arguing. Mm-hmm. And at some point, Scotty starts crying. And I'm just kind of annoyed at this point because I'm just like, girl, please stop. I just got so mad because I'm like, I get it. You know, you're a softie. You're like, I get it. But damn, girl. I don't understand why she was crying. Back and forth. Stop going back and forth. Like, this whole thing started because you inserted yourself. 1, 2, then you want to act like you're taking off your shoes when you know you're not going to do anything. Right. Then 3, Rolly's trying to tell you to stop because she honestly is like, she don't want Dolly fighting you. Like, that's really what this was. Like, we're not, because for Rolly, they're an OG. You're not you know what I mean? And she just wants Scotty to just stop entertaining bitches that are not on her level, long story short. But then she starts crying and I'm like, get off my screen.
I don't know. I didn't understand why she started crying. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I know,
don't get it either.
I know I'm skipping ahead, but I swear at this moment I felt like Natalie because
Me too.
when Natalie's like, I'm an alpha female,
Yes,
and you're just a fairy that just cries.
Yes. No, I felt that because when she said it, I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was getting so annoyed with her crying because I literally, when she started crying, I'm like, what now?
I know. I didn't understand why.
Like, you didn't even get into nothing.
How we got here? What
You
happened?
inserted yourself. Bro, that really got me so like, I was just tired. I
That
was like,
shit's
all
not
right.
funny.
And then she's like, it even goes further where she cries in the sprinter, but we're not even there yet.
Yeah, now they get
We're
on
not
the
even
bus.
there yet.
DTB's going off about how she's done following the rules.
Yeah,
And then the others, then it's like switching back and
it's
forth.
switching back and forth.
Right.
Yes.
So then now we're in the other bus where Dolly says
and that
that.
cancels the booking because they were supposed to go to a booking after this, and she also canceled that.
Right. She canceled. Totally done.
Everything.
Going to bed. Going home.
Canceled dinner too.
So Dolly's saying how she's disappointed that DTB did that because no one was expecting that.
Yeah.
And then this is also where we find out that Lex is fucking going off about Fauna and how she's fucking manipulated.
She even said that she respects Tavy.
Yes.
That she doesn't respect Fauna because of that. Because she let
Exactly.
Rolly get in her head about something that was like months ago.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And then we go back to the other sprinter where this is where Scotty starts crying because apparently Rolly didn't have her back.
This made no fucking sense to me because I was like, Rolly was dead ass on your side the entire time. She got in front of you, making sure that Lex or Dolly, didn't do any funny shit. Like even Pretty P got in front of you. Like even Rolly was like going back and forth with them, trying to tell them to stop because they respect her, they listen to her. So I feel like Rolly was doing that. So when she said that, I was just so confused.
Yeah. Me too. I was confused. It felt like something maybe either was cut out or maybe something I'm not
maybe it's
understanding.
a deeper reason behind it for Scotty.
But the funniest part is while Rolly's explaining to like Scotty how she was standing by her side.
Right.
All you see is Coke Killer in the back. Did you see Coke
No.
Killer? Oh my God, I took a screenshot.
I did not see
Coke
that.
Killer looks so over it. She is done.
yo.
She's just like, get me the fuck home.
No, literally,
bro. She
literally.
look crazy.
It's a lot. Yeah.
What you look like after a season of Baddies,
Yes. Literally rethinking your life decisions for real. That's what she looked like she doing looking out that window. Like, damn, yo.
Like, well, how did I get here?
Right.
Oh my God.
So then, in the other sprinter, Dolly's obviously talking shit about Scotty. Like, she's basically over it. And Summer was like, yeah, she been on one. And, Rolly is telling the girls everything. Like, she's just saying that, recapping the night, pretty much.
And she also starts preaching, too.
She does start preaching.
She does start
preaching. And
Head on a swivel, you don't trust nobody.
Yeah, eyes in the back of my head. I was like, okay, we hear you. Now, this is the part that's interesting. So, Summer at some point even asked Latina.
I love this part.
She included her. She asked, you don't have nothing to say? She said, nope. And I'm like, really, bro? Not even talking? You don't even have a personality with talking? Like, you're fine here with talking.
She said she was overstimulated.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, girl, if you don't shut the fuck up. I was like so over her for real. Latina, first of all, I'm sorry, Lati. I gotta call her Lati.
Lati, that's
because
cute.
Latina is way too gringa for me.
Cute ass name though. She should have came in there like Lati. My name is Lati.
Thank you. That would have been nicer.
Lati is mad cute. Like latte, lotto, Lati. Ooh, I like that.
I'm telling you, Lati. But whatever. This girl fucking not only, like I said, I have my own issues. I said it before with this girl. She's a Nepo baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you sat here came through the back door, didn't have to grind to get here. You're
didn't have to go
me
to no auditions.
Summer gave you the stage and get through the bone. She practically put it in your mouth.
This is the second time now because Scotty did it. Now Summer's doing it.
And she's just like, nope. And literally gives us no personality.
No
nothing.
personality. Like, I was like, okay, I get what the fight, whatever. Sure, I guess. You got that, I guess. But now in the car, like, we're just talking.
It goes to show you, though, that this is what happens when you you know, you're just a fan, and it's different when you watch it compared to when you're actually
But
in
there's
it.
a lot of bitches that go on there that's fans and don't give a fuck. Like, they're gonna give you a
Yeah,
story.
and some of them flop. Like, what's her name from last season? The light skinned girl. Not I forgot her name. What's her name?
Emma?
Emma. Thank
Oh,
you.
Emma.
I knew I was gonna say Emily. Emma.
Mm-hmm.
Flop.
Mm-hmm.
She's giving me Emma vibes.
She's definitely giving Emma vibe, but at least Emma got in some type of paint. Like, I feel like
That's true.
You know,
that's true.
to be even worse, she's giving Yoshi vibes. That's what she's giving. Remember Yoshi, the
Yoshi.
skinny girl? I forgot her name too. I just remembered it. But the one that
Yoshi
went home
vibes, yes.
said that it was too much for her. Like, yeah. So now the girls get back to the house at this point, and you see everybody by the stairs. You see Cold Killer ready.
Yeah, she said she irritated.
Yeah,
and
she's irritated. You see Fauna ready. You see K Rican. Everybody by the steps. Everybody ready. So now Lex she goes in there ready.
Yeah.
She's talking all this shit about taking off her sandals.
Yeah.
She's ready. Whoever wanted 1, 2, 3. Da 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 da. So she comes in. And immediately.
She's like, "What's everybody waiting for?" And then she's
as if
like,
she didn't know.
Right.
As if she didn't come in
she's
there
like,
to fight.
You, and points at fucking Fauna to come down and fight her. Fauna's like, okay, she steps to the paint, comes down the stairs, and I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Fauna held her own this one. Like, I really was like,
second
okay.
round?
No, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Stop. No, stop. You had your moment. I can't wait to talk about all that. Wait.
Yeah, okay. So they fight.
And I was like, oh shit. Like, even
Like
though
she was
Fauna,
holding her own.
Yeah, fell down a little bit. I felt like she held her own on that.
Then after that, you know, Lex is basically arguing and saying, you let Rolly manipulate you.
Right.
You let Rolly get in your head. Then Rolly come downstairs because she had talking about, you let Rolly do what? Let Rolly do what? Like, I didn't manipulate nobody.
Yeah,
I didn't manipulate
right.
nobody. Lex is like, yeah, but she didn't want to fight Dolly until you mentioned the noodles. Like, she was okay with not fighting, but then she let you get in her head, da-da-da-da-da. And, you know, after that, Fauna asks for water.
Yeah, she says she need water because Lex keeps trying to fight. And,
Yeah.
And then Fauna's like, I need water.
And Lex told me, I don't need no water. What's that? I'm like,
I don't need no
girl,
nothing.
Yeah, she was like, I don't need nothing. I don't need water. I don't need rest. I was like, damn, this girl is on 10 mil right now. Like, Big Lex was really on 10 mil.
Mhm.
So then, of course, at some point, she throw the water.
Yeah.
Lex is just smiling. Big ass smile. Yeah. She's like, I saw that one coming. So
yeah, and then they start fighting again, and this is where fucking Fauna is like, I don't even know, bro. I was like, oh shit, she got close. That's what it was. And then as that's happening, you see Rican come from the back, get Summer, and Summer's on the floor, and fucking Rican is just like boom, boom, boom. And then Cold Killer fucking comes in and attacks Dolly. I was so fucking happy. I was like, yes. I was so fucking happy. And
oh my god! It's a lot of emotion I usually don't see from you. This is a lot. This is a
because
lot.
I literally just said it. Like, what?
You literally did
one
that.
episode, 2 episodes ago.
You were like, they
I was
always
like,
win.
Yes. I was
Last
so,
episode.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I literally just said I get so tight because they're always winning. The big three are always winning. And then sure enough, with a fucking bang, you got the other three come in and fucking beat them. I never, ever thought I would see not only Lex lose, but then Summer on the floor, Dolly. I loved it. And it was hyped.
Yeah.
I was hyped with them.
Yeah.
They were downstairs. They were all like looking like that. I'm like, yeah.
Yo, Fauna was mad hype. They was mad hype, yo. I was like, yeah, okay, you got that. You got because I really sat up for that second round. When I saw Fauna get them face shots, ooh, I was hyped because I'm like, oh, I was not expecting this.
And Tavy was like, you heard the punches.
You did.
You heard the punches.
And you saw
knew.
them shits connect.
And you knew Lex got hurt because
she walked away immediately.
Wasn't looking at the camera.
She didn't want to look at the camera.
No.
And her hairstyle the next day, a swoop in front of the eye, bro.
I was like, look at that.
Funny?
Tavy. That she did that to Tavy. Look at the devil.
Look at God. No, stop.
Look how that works.
Right, crazy. And what's crazy about this is that when she would have her confessionals, I see her eyeing up always. I wonder who did that.
Me too. I didn't know. We find out at the end. It was
Fauna.
Out of all people.
I know, right?
Out of all people.
No, literally. I was like,
that's my girl.
Yeah, it's my girl.
Yeah. Nah, I was so happy.
No, for real.
I was hyped with them. DTB's like, we was like proud parents.
Yo, DTB was hot.
Yo, I was with her.
Yeah.
First of all season, like I said, I felt defeated.
Lex's nose was bloody too. She had wiped it off already.
I was like so sad. And then like, I don't know, Fauna, Co-Killer, Rican, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all did your fucking big one. Yeah. I was so happy. Y'all gave me what I wanted. I just wanted to see the big three lose at least once.
Mm-hmm.
Once. It was awesome. It was like the Avengers, bro.
Bro, that shit was crazy. And you need to put some Avenger music on that bitch. Because it was crazy. While they was fighting, then Carrie can get somewhere, and then Co-Killer. I was like, ooh.
Beautiful. I love the way they ended that.
It was perfectly in sync.
Yes.
Perfectly in sync. And first of all, whose wig is LCK wearing? At some point, she looked like she got on somebody's wig. And I don't know whose it is.
I ain't even peeped. I forgot about LC in this episode.
But she just looking around and she looking stupid. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you could tell it was on top of her original wig.
Oh,
I was like, like she just, I don't know, was like silently trolling or something.
I'm done. LCK weird.
But at least she got more personality than fucking Latina.
Yeah.
Lottie.
You gotta say La Lottie.
I'm gonna be like Lottie because her name is not Latina. It's Latina. So Lottie. So moving on, now we go into the next scene where Amber and Nat, they're sitting down with each other. You know, Amber goes to Natalie's room and they're talking about the whole situation. And Nat is just explaining to her that, you know, she feels like she works too hard, you know, and does so much for these girls to just not stand up for her.
Yeah.
And even Amber herself mentions how she was distraught.
Yeah.
When she saw DTB sneak Natalie like that.
Yeah. She was like, if this was my show, I would have them fired. Which I mean, I can imagine being Natalie and going through that. Like, again, this is probably even bigger than what ET did, I think, because DTV really got her. Got her.
She really did. Like, it was, I think this is worse than what ET did.
That's what I'm saying.
This is worse.
This gotta be top.
Yeah, this is like, whoa.
This is top.
I was gagged. I was like, when I saw that shit, I was like, oh my God.
OD.
She really got her.
OD.
Fucked up, yo.
Yeah. But then Nat, this is where Nat's talking about how she's surprised that no one jumped in for her. Like, she obviously already knew that Scotty and Rolly were, and she don't expect them to.
Right.
But that no one else did. That's when we find out that Pretty Pete called her crying about her Rolex wanting to be replaced. But like, how can you expect me to replace anything when you didn't fight for me?
You literally looked at me and was like this. You shook your head like, what?
You think Pretty Pete was wrong for that? For real? Yeah, you do.
It's hard because she knew her Pretty P and DTB were close.
That's why I feel like
so it's like, why ask Pretty P?
Because she knew what she was doing.
Because she knew she was giving her a Rolex?
Not only that, it's like, I know that's your friend, so let's see. Do you really want that Rolex? Like, Natalie's like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Natalie's like that.
Well, Pretty P better not be coming back, and I hope to not see her back on the next season because you shouldn't be coming back, to be honest. Because it's like, let's be real. With Pretty P, you haven't really done anything all season except fight Summer, which I guess Summer gave you that. I mean, other than that, you wouldn't have done anything. Your personality's cool, but Ivory has more personality than you, to be honest. 100%. Like, we would rather see Ivory back more than you. Like, I know, like, you guys are cool. That's great. You and DTB developed a great friendship. That's great. But nobody is on Baddies to just have friends. And this is why Rolly said this. Like, you should not be coming out here thinking you're going to be buddy and friends with the next bitch because bitches are weird. And it's stuff like that. So shout out to Pretty P for being loyal and being a great friend. But I'm not going to lie. You didn't do anything substantial enough for you to even be back anyway. It's not like you made a name for yourself like DTB. Right. Which is why Natalie still brings her back because it's like she's a businesswoman. Yeah. What have you contributed to her making more money?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you
It's
didn't
true.
even want to stand up for her. Yeah, no, you don't need to be coming back.
Yeah, you're right. Pretty P definitely, even in her outro, she says it. I was chilling most of the season.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
she does say it, and honestly, I mean,
like she's mad cool. I'm sure, 100% mad cool in real life,
right?
Like, but baddies maybe not for you. But you are a baddie. But like we're.
Mm-hmm.
You don't not need to be coming back. I agree with that.
I agree. And also to like go on social media to go back and forth. Like, I don't know. Like you already didn't do what you, I mean, no one tells you. Listen, man, I can't. I just feel like the new girls should have had Natalie's back. Like the OGs, okay, whatever. But the new girls, like, really? But that goes to show you how much the girls respect DTB and disrespect you. And that's even more embarrassing.
Yeah, that hurts.
That hurts her ego even
100%,
more. And you know she was upset. That's why everything got canceled.
100%. Right. So the girls do get ready for the dinner that gets canceled. And they're on their way on the bus. And they're just sitting outside. They're all sitting there to a dinner that will eventually get canceled.
Bro, but DTB is like, there might be a new big three after that whole situation.
Yeah.
Like the girls are sitting with each other recapping.
Yeah.
And Broly is sitting with the other three, the big three. And I just thought it was so funny how, like, as they recap that, DTB is saying that.
Yeah,
like,
DTB
and
hype.
you see Lex really covering her eye.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's sitting on the side with her good eye.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, yo, even on the sprinter, she did the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, she is really making sure no one sees this. And she's doing a pretty good job at it.
Yeah,
even though we know clearly.
Right. So now Nat is at the place where they're going to have dinner or whatever. And she calls in Scotty because she wanted to confront Scotty on how she's heard that the girls have DM'd her and told her that Scotty's been telling the house that Natalie and Scotty are not friends.
Right.
And I'm not gonna lie, this whole scene was a little funny to me. It made me look at Scotty like a little funny. You're just fake.
Yes.
You are fake. Fake nice.
Yes.
Fake nice. Because even she's like, oh, I didn't say that, but then she's like,
did.
But then she's like, but then I did because I've never been put in this situation before.
Right.
But then it's like, oh. But then we're not, or we're working on it. I'm
like, what the fuck are you talking about? Say it with your chest. Yeah. This is the problem I have with Scotty, and this is the problem with those girls, right? Listen, this doesn't deny or negate the fact that Scotty is a very nice girl, okay? No one's saying that she's not a sweet girl, that she won't give you the shirt off her fucking back. No one is saying that. The problem with Scotty is that she's fake. And that's what happens when these girls are just so sweet, but don't really give a fuck about you, okay? They pretend like they do, but they don't. But then when you got someone that has a strong personality like Natalie, of course it looks crazy, right? When she's going off on her, which, don't get me wrong, Natalie's fucked up. She's treated her like shit.
Yeah.
She's treated her like shit. But I feel like in this setting, it's like,
no.
In this setting, I feel like right now, her even confronting Scotty calm, and Scotty saying, I didn't say it, but then saying, yeah, we're not friends. Like,
I feel like what I saw here was Natalie. First of all, Natalie is how much older than Scotty? And it's showing. We see Scotty, who is still scared to express her true feelings, right? You can see
she's too old for that. I'm sorry. What?
I'm just saying, like, clearly,
I feel like if you're acting like that, then you'll always
that's
act
not
like that.
true, because Natalie has been acting this way, has been disrespecting Scotty,
has always,
and that's what I was getting at was. A part of me is like, yeah, Scotty, you can tell Scotty's scared to really say how she feels. And that's the truth. And even she says it. I was scared. I'm scared to say what it is and then she admits that. So you can see her stuttering or running around what she really feels like. I get that. Right. So it made me look at Scotty like, oh, you're a little funny. You're a little fake. However, this is the same Natalie Nunn that has done time and time again, held shit over you, been verbally abusive to her, and that's not to say Scotty don't have her toxic behaviors, because 100% they were friends for a reason. And they said that they were friends even before the show. So it's not to say that Scotty is not innocent. I'm not taking away that. But what I'm saying is you reap what you sow, right? Natalie is mad at basically what she's created. She's had a part in creating who Scotty is now. And now you're mad about it?
I think the problem here is that Scotty probably changed because she has a man and the man happens to be Natalie's boss. And I feel like maybe there are things that we're not seeing where Scotty uses that to her advantage, knowing that that's Natalie's boss, putting her in sticky situations that, of course, they won't talk about on the show because now you're involving Lemmy, right? But I feel like that can be a potential thing as to what fuels Natalie's just like irritants or just her annoyance with Scotty, because you do weird shit, then you want to act fake nice, then you want to smile, then you want to act like you're the victim,
Natalie
then you want
Nunn
to fucking
too.
cry, and it's like fucking annoying.
No, that's Natalie Nunn too. Stop playing. Like, this,
Yeah.
what you described is Natalie. Natalie is not a victim. Natalie is not a victim.
And neither is Scotty.
Exactly.
But why does everyone treat her like that? Why? Because she's soft-spoken, because she cries, because she's sweet, because she's pretty, because maybe she's light-skinned. I don't fucking know. Because they damn sure as hell don't treat the other bitches like that. But I really don't know. I really don't know. I feel like Scotty, my patience is up. It's up.
Well, as they're having that conversation, Rolly joins the conversation and says that, there is no hope for Scotty and Natalie's relationship to ever mend.
Literally. Like, she's like, y'all just shouldn't be fucking friends. Like, bitch, like, but she even mentions, like, you guys never acted like this with each other. Like, I don't even know why you
Rolly
guys are
knows
acting
best
like
about that.
What makes you say that?
Slim.
Oh.
It's the pot calling the kettle black.
That's probably why she's not friends with Slim. That's why she's telling Natalie, like, fuck it. Y'all just won't be friends again.
Yes.
That's it.
Exactly. And then this is where Rolly starts talking to Natalie about how she feels like she was, doing a lot of the leading this season, and Natalie hasn't been around. And Natalie's like, listen, Rolly, I get it. But at the end of the day, I'm busy making moves. I'm booking us. I'm making phone calls. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And, it made me think about the times where we used to criticize Natalie and being too much in the cast. And
I'm happy she's out, though.
Me too.
I'm happy that Rolly and Scotty are able to step up and hold it down.
That's what I was just going to say. Like, it made me, like, because I guess when it's happening, you don't really realize. But it's like, wow, Natalie isn't around a lot. And it's better. Like, it's nice that way.
The one time she came back, got snubbed. I was like, Jesus, man. Please.
Yo, no, for real. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like that, Natalie can go off and do, what she needs to do. And Rolly, step up. Now, I guess for Rolly's thing, which she obviously didn't say on camera, if she is going to have to step up like this, of course she wants to be paid more.
Of course.
Duh.
As anybody would.
That's just a conversation that, I'm pretty sure that's always been a part of her mindset. So now this is where we see, first of all, I want to say something real quick before we even move on. Rolly does mention that she feels like Scotty and Natalie let Baddies, the show, come in between their friendship. And going back, Scotty said Natalie would call her in the morning. They would talk all the time. So I'm just wondering, wow, that's the problem right there. They were a little too close. And when you're that close, you start, this is inevitable. You're going to argue like your sisters and a couple, whatever the case is, right? But after this man was involved, I feel like that's really where things got sticky. I don't think those girls were ever friends. What, you don't got nothing to say? All right.
No, because at the end of
because they was fucking around too. Like, why is Scotty sucking on your nipple?
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
Natalie's married, so she has no weight to complain about that one or to
It
even
doesn't
feel
matter.
jealous.
It doesn't matter because there are friends though that feel jealous when their friends get in a relationship,
right?
And that's what I'm saying.
What's
that's
her name?
What happened?
What's her
B.
name?
Simone.
Like B. Simone, exactly. And that's what I mean. Were they ever really friends? We've been said this. We've been said this.
Natalie was your pimp.
Right. We've been said this. They're not friends. How many, we've said
y'all
this.
had this sexual, weird, open relationship thing going on. Like, I don't think y'all were ever strictly friends. And I think that's the problem.
But that's what
You
that's
did
what
say
Rolly
that.
said.
You
I
were
did,
like, they
yeah.
fucked. That's why they don't, you know?
That's what I'm saying. Like, we've been had this conversation. It's been known, and that's why even Natalie getting offended because she feels like she can buy everything and make it okay. It just don't work like that. Like, unfortunately, they just don't work like that, Natalie. Like, she's a Capricorn, so she's gonna feel like she can do that. And as you can see, Scotty's a fairy that cries. So
She was a fairy. Yeah. Okay. Done. So now this is where Nat says, you know, she wants to meet with the big three. And then you see Big Lux, her confessional. She's like, oh my God, the big three. What do you want to meet about? And then you see a producer goes out to the Sprinter, lets the girls know, hey, dinner's canceled. Now these bitches then got all dolled up and all that, waiting and sitting in this damn van, all just to find out it's canceled. It's outrageous.
They were waiting in there for a bit.
They
like,
were waiting.
As Natalie, Rolly, and Scotty
are
filming inside, they're just waiting in the car.
Like how they had people wait outside for them to come to the club. Exactly like that. Mm-hmm. Yep. So that was crazy. So
yeah,
then,
you get the pop-up screen that the producers say that it's canceled, which I was like, are you dead ass?
yeah, that's how you know Natalie's tired.
The whole time, I was like, no.
Episode canceled.
No way. No way.
But that's why Natalie was going off on Instagram before. She was like, when y'all see the episode, da-da-da. And I'm like, wow, she's addressing a lot of stuff that she normally doesn't address. And even I was like, damn, that's how you know, like, you gotta retire now at this point. Like,
she
not retire, but maybe retire from, like, being so like, I don't know. Like, you gotta retire from something in Baddies. Like, I don't know. If the girl, you need to, I don't know what she needs to do, but she needs to make sure she really has her soldiers, because this is getting out of hand. Like, she is the boss. She is the executive producer. It is her show. Like, yes, it's on Zeus. Lemmy owns everything, but she brought the show to the network. She made the show billions of dollars, okay? She did that. So, like, if we're really gonna sit here and talk about it, y'all gotta start putting a little bit more respect on her head top, because that was just outrageous, especially for the new girls. Like, what?
That shit made me laugh because, like, you could tell Natalie was mad when she canceled everything. Like, I was like, oh. And I'm not mad that she did that, because if it was me, bitch, fuck you guys. You ain't getting nothing.
And you know the dinner would have been worse.
Show's over. It's over. Done. Thank DTB for that one. You know, that type shit. But it's funny because just yesterday I read a tweet, Jocelyn, because people were mad or criticizing her for the way she was talking to the girls at Jocelyn's, the California one. She was like, she tweeted some shit along the lines of like, I will never let you hosts think you can run on me. You will never have the satisfaction because it's my show. My show. You want to start your own show? You can go and start your own show and talk however you want. But this is my show. And I'll never let you guys, all caps, bro. And this shit made me fucking laugh, because it's like, this is the difference is, because Jocelyn is that way, she'll, like, she's dealing with strippers. She will, like, always, she's like, these girls will take something from you the minute they can. And she's right.
Yeah.
She's right. So it's like, Natalie canceling the dinner was, I respect that, because if you didn't, they would fucking crush you.
Yep.
As if they don't already respect you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it just made me think about that, because two totally different, like, bosses.
Yeah, but I just don't like how, like, the girls that go on Jocelyn's cabaret, though, they don't ever go up. And that's another reason why I feel like these girls should respect Natalie even more, because Natalie's okay with you getting your own bookings. Natalie's okay with you doing your own stuff. Natalie is okay with you having your own identity. She wants that. She wants all y'all to be bosses, even though she's a bitch. She still wants that. Jocelyn does not want that for y'all. Jocelyn only wants y'all to make money when y'all go on tour with her. Y'all can't do your own thing. Y'all can't do your own thing. So yes, the girls do respect Jocelyn more, but at what cost? You should be respecting Natalie more, because she allows you to have your own fucking identity. Done.
It's
Done.
hot in here.
Tired. I'm tired. No,
You ate with
at
that.
this point, Natalie, I just feel like y'all need to stop disrespecting her.
Wow.
At this point.
That's so true.
Yeah, it is.
How can I never even thought
The
about
fuck? Every
that?
time you see any of the girls from Jocelyn's Cabaret, it's always when Jocelyn's around. They don't
Wow.
have their own bookings.
That's
They don't
so
have
true.
their own bookings. They still go back to stripping.
Wow, I wouldn't think I was today years old when I would think that I'd rather be working for Natalie Nunn than Jocelyn.
There's a lot of girls that literally say the same thing. They'd rather be on Baddies than be, dealing with Jocelyn because the girls get more opportunity, access to more things dealing with Natalie. Why? Because Natalie gets them in those fucking doors.
Y'all new bitches fucked up.
For
Y'all
real.
fucked up.
I don't care. I don't care what anyone thinks. Like, whatever. You can argue your emotional reasons as to why you think. I don't give a fuck. We get it. Natalie's a bitch. Next. What I'm talking about is the opportunities that she's providing, though, especially those new girls. Natalie was not a bitch to them. She was not a bitch to them. She listened to Fauna. She heard Fauna out. She gave her a fucking voice. You telling me none of them could have done nothing? Nah. I feel like this season was a very new Natalie. Like, she wasn't really involved, but she still tried and she still, was trying to maintain that CEO image. And I feel like she was still offering nice stuff to these girls. And they
were spoiled this season.
They were
for sure.
fucking spoiled.
Yeah, they didn't even play no prank this time with the names or nothing. Yeah.
They were spoiled. And you telling me nobody did nothing? I was gagged. I was shocked. I was like, Natalie don't deserve that much disrespect. Like, that's outrageous. That's outrageous. Like, I felt her when she was getting upset because I'm like, yeah, that's fucked up that no one had Natalie's back. I don't give a fuck what y'all say.
They just watched her.
They literally stood there. I was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I didn't like that at all. At the end of the day, DTB is not the CEO. She's not the executive producer of the show. She's not the fucking...
She's the villain, and let her be her villain.
She's a cast member. She's a cast member. Let that sink in. Like, oh my God. Like, y'all could have did y'all big one and went after her for a storyline. And it wouldn't even, I don't think DTB would have took it personal. Like, she knows what this shit is.
Yeah, that's true.
She knows how this shit works. I really doubt she would have took it personal she probably expected someone to come after her.
Yeah, she probably did.
I don't think she would have taken it personal.
She looked like she was ready.
She did look like she was ready.
And she was kind of like taken back that nothing was happening.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, the fact that y'all did that, I don't know, man. I ain't like that. But obviously she meets with the big three. And then, Latina does her stupid ass outro talking about it's up with DTB. And I was over her. I was like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
That's what I'm saying. Get her out.
You were a waste of space. You got paid for what? You got paid for what? When you were, like you said, a Nepo baby. Like, what the fuck? But then again, just because she's Amber Rose's cousin, that doesn't mean that she's getting access to so much money. But...
not money, but you got access to baddies. People fucking die for that opportunity.
Yeah,
please.
Lex said it was her fucking dream.
Right.
So
talking about that's nepotism at its finest, my love.
Yeah, so then she meets with the big three and it's just chill. Even the big three, they're confused. Like, where them other bitches at? Right? Yeah. That's what Summer says. And then they realize none of them bitches is coming.
That's the dinner.
Dolly finally gets her Baddies chain.
Yes.
And then Natalie gives the girls 3 Louis Vuitton bags. And that's pretty much it.
Pretty much where it ends off.
Yeah. Dolly tried to check Scotty, but they were like, all right, we're not doing any of that. We're not doing any of that.
Exactly. And then, we find out that the only reason why they're there is because they had messaged Natalie separately right after saying that they were trying to get to fight for her, but security was holding them back.
Yeah.
And that's why they're there. And I was really surprised that that's how it ended.
Mm-hmm.
But
still, even when they got back to the house, like nobody was gonna do anything at the house, like nothing. And then these same bitches was in the Tavy kikiing with DTB, like in her face. Like, I'm just like, like you got your Baddies chain first, girl. Like, I don't know. I just feel like play the game. I don't know. I just feel like
that's what the big three do.
That is what they do. And that's why they say nobody taking our job.
Yep. Their weird ass 3 rules.
Yo, that shit was so stupid. But that's how you know they know what the fuck they doing.
They clearly do.
Even Big Lex in her outro said she came in here not being a good bitch. Like she
Right.
knew.
And I, you know what? I really, out of all the outros, I really like Big Lex's at the end. I'm not gonna lie. Hers was my favorite because she was honest.
She was.
She was like, yeah, like I wish I was a little more level-headed, which I appreciated.
Yeah,
she's
she
like,
knew she wasn't.
Yeah, she's like, but when I'm hot, I get hot, and that's it. But like,
last season I was good. Now I'm not.
Now I'm not. Yeah, and I love the self-awareness. I love how at the end you can just tell that she knows how to do her job. That's pretty much what she's doing.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. And they coming back next season. You know that, right?
Are they?
They coming back.
They
just
are.
because.
They
just
are.
because.
Those are Natalie soldiers.
Loyal trio. They like Danny and fucking Andrea from Jocelyn's
OD,
Cabaret,
OD,
y'all.
yeah.
They just like that, bro.
Yeah.
Them bitches is loyal.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how it ends. I love Code Killer's outro. That shit was funny. She said, I'm giving y'all this, that, feet, hands. I'm
Code
like,
Killer
yo.
grew on me, man.
Her outro was so funny.
Yeah.
I was like, I love this.
And I want to acknowledge also that Natalie had shouted Code Killer out and said that she was a baddie, that she was her favorite this season.
Yeah, she did
her.
on her live.
Mm-hmm.
I want to point out something too. Apparently, Big Lex went on Instagram and she had, I guess after this episode aired, and claimed that Fauna had mace in her hand when she was fighting her.
Really?
That's what she says, but I feel like that's a reach.
Come on.
I feel like that's a reach.
The one time you lose,
she had mace in her hand. Like, I was like, really?
Okay.
She literally went on a whole like rant and was saying like, you know what you did, da 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 da, like all this shit, and I'm like, okay, moving on. What's the weather today? Like the fuck, weird. Yeah. Right. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. Overall, I thought this was a great season. I thought the season ended pretty well. I mean, considering everything was canceled.
Yeah.
But obviously Baddies West still tops. I don't think anything will ever top that. But I enjoyed Baddies Africa.
Yeah, I think they showcased Africa very well.
In such a great light.
Yeah, way better than Caribbean.
Oh my God, yes.
And they treated the international girls a little bit better than the Caribbean girls.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
Even though they, whatever. But I enjoyed this season a lot. It was fun. It was very crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I am, for the first time, not like, I was thinking about it. For the first time, I'm not like drained.
Yeah. I feel like this season was a great balance of like chaos, but also them giving back was great. Having different elements, like playing the baddie game, the card game. Just not wholesome, but just more to the show.
Yeah, and you know what? I think also not seeing Natalie a lot this season helped with that.
Yeah, huge difference.
Huge difference, and I really enjoyed it. It didn't feel exhausting. I feel like all of our clips from our podcast prior
felt exhausting as fuck.
Exhausting, draining, and it also felt like, it's always about Natalie and how she treats Scotty and this and that. And it's like for the first time, there was no Natalie videos. Like, you know what I mean? There was barely any.
Right.
And I really like that. I'm like, I enjoyed this season. I cannot lie.
Yeah, this season was so good. Even them having that little singing competition or whatever talent show that they had, whatever the fuck. They had like some episodes where it just felt more balanced. And like you said, they showcased Africa in a really good light. So, and it's not like what they did in the Caribbean. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I think this season was great.
I'm curious to know what you guys think, what we had to say about this recap, what you guys think about the season finale, how everything is canceled. What did we miss? Also, just so you guys know, now that we're finally at the end, that we are going to be a part of an event we're going to be watching the Baddies reunion live. So if you're in the New Jersey, New York area, stay tuned for that information. Come hang out with us. It's going to be fun, intimate, and 420 friendly and BYOB. So stay tuned for that. And do you have any final thoughts or?
No, I don't have any final thoughts. I mean, let us know where you guys are from. We love to hear where you guys are from. Let us know what you think about my crazy take with Natalie. If you agree, if you disagree. If you disagree, I don't care. But you know, that it's nice to see other people's opinions though, and to see their points and how they back it up. It's nice to read it. Like, okay, you have a valid point. Still don't care, but you have a valid point, and I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say. I don't have much to say. So with that being said, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram. That's JESSI.strange. And where can they find you, Tiana?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Randomania1. You guys can find us on Instagram and all podcast platforms at
The
The
Petty
Petty
Headquarters.
Headquarters. We release episodes weekly. All right. If you guys want to leave a review about our podcast, you can leave a review and rate us on Apple Podcasts. If you want to just rate us, which you're only able to do, only rate, not leave a review, you can do that on Spotify. Wherever you listen to, we're available on Google. We're available on all podcast platforms. So yeah, I mean, with that being said,
This was your weekly dose of mess.